What's up, everybody? EGRC here with more on these Scx30s. Right now we're doing a fully custom one with four-wheel steer and an extended wheelbase, and we're making brass rear links for the rear. So the rear lower stock ones are what we used for the uppers, and we just heated them up and twisted the ends so they bent right. And then we created some rear lower brass links. And what we did for that is we took 2.2 millimeter brass rod, and then I drilled a hole in an aluminum block to the depth of where I want the bend to start on the rod. And then I'll obviously cut them to the length that I want. Then I make my bends using this little jig. And then I take a Dremel and I Dremel a spot in the center of the end of the rod. And then I take an M1.4 drill, the regular Scx30 screw size, and I drill a hole in the end of the rod about 1/4 of an inch deep. And then I take one of the M1.4 screws and I'll thread it into the end of the rod, and then I'll cut the cap off the end of the screw. And then that'll give me a threaded rod end. And then I take these shock ends from the Orlando Hunter and I'll drill out the end of the shock hole with the M1.4 drill so it'll thread onto the rod end. And then I'll take this .1 drill and I'll carefully drill out the center hole on the rod end, and then I'll take this rounded Dremel tip and I'll stick it inside of the rod end and use the center of the ball to create a groove for the pivot ball so they'll snap on and still pivot right. But that's what we're doing to make links for the extended wheelbase on the Scx30. Like, share, and subscribe. I got thousands and thousands of views on every video, and I don't even have 200 subscribers yet. So please like, share, and subscribe.